NBC News 2024 campaign Embed, Nnamdi Egwuonwu, is with Republican voters at a watch party in Atlanta, Georgia. Nnamdi, it's so good to see you. You do fantastic work, and I know you've been there with the voters in Georgia. What are they telling you? What did they think of tonight's debate?
Well, Kristen, getting a reaction from voters here in Atlanta was quite easy. They actually organized a straw poll on their own during the debate, and were keeping track of their opinions. And by the end of the night, you had Vivek Ramaswamy at this watch party of about 30 people getting 5 votes. You had Ron DeSantis getting 2, both Nikki Haley and Chris Christie having a sole 1 vote. And get this, former President Donald Trump, despite not being on the stage, got 18. So that's really reflective of the vibe of the night here in Atlanta. But you don't have to take my word for it. A couple attendees agreed to stay after and give us their opinions. And Will, I want to start with you. There was a moment tonight that got a lot of people riled up. What was the moment that caught your eye, that left a mark on you?
What left a mark for me was Nikki Haley being called out for being the warmonger that she is. At the same time, Ramaswamy holding up a notepad saying Nikki is corrupt, and that's going to be something that stands out really strongly in my mind and in the voters' mind. But they talk too much about Trump, a man that wasn't on the stage, but ruled the stage tonight.
Yeah. And Kristen, I have to tell you, when Vivek held up his props, there were audible cheers in the room, so it definitely got a lot of people's attention. I heard boos once, and it was when Chris Christie was speaking, and we have our lone soldier of the night who was supportive of Chris Christie. How do you think he did tonight?
Well, Chris Christie is a proven leader, right? He's got a record that he can run on. And to me, he represents like the Republican pragmatist, right? People that understand essentially that we have a situation where we have not won and we haven't had that consistency. But if you attack Trump currently because of the number of people that are supporting him, it really makes it hard for him to climb the polls. But I thought he did well. He landed some really pragmatic approach, things that talk about rational things that people care about. But unfortunately, he did also call out Donald Trump. And as long as he does that, like the gentleman said, he's still leading.
And Peter, I want to go to you, because one thing that surprised me was we saw Vivek Ramaswamy get more support tonight than Ron DeSantis. And I'm curious, as someone who supports him, why do you think that is?
Vivek is passionate, he's clever, he's young, and that's what a lot of voters, I think, are seeing. A lot of folks in this room. DeSantis has military experience, great governing experience, understands state economics. I think when people get to understand the rational and the rationale behind this campaign, they'll do much better.
And Marcy, we don't have too much time left, but the majority of the people in this room supported Donald Trump, who wasn't even on the stage. Why?
Because the people are passionate about President Trump. And he didn't need to be on the stage tonight because the 4 people that were on the stage were jockeying for the second place position, maybe the VP slot or a cabinet position overall.
All right, and I have to tell you, Kristen, that is a theme we heard over and over again throughout the night, that Donald Trump, despite not being on the stage, left the biggest mark. And, you know, that's a story we're hearing again and again throughout this race.
Nnamdi, fantastic job, and I think your watch party gets extra credit for having a straw poll. You're taking this to a whole new level, so thank you. That was fantastic. Fantastic interviews. Looks like they're there for the long haul, so enjoy those conversations, Nnamdi. Thank you so much.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app, or follow us on social media.